Hey guys, it's Quickly again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Existence Premium version 4 for the Xperia Z3, so stay tuned for that. Now the Existence Premium version 4. Now Existence Premium ROM has been around, and I personally have used this ROM, and I found this to be one of the most perfect stock based ROMs for a locked bootloader, and it has a lot of stuff. So now let's get started. Now what you just saw there is the standard lock screen of the Xperia devices, so there's nothing special, and also the launcher is nothing special. It is the stock launcher which you will find on a Xperia ROM. Let's get into the settings. Now first of all, in the settings menu you can see in the about phone page it is Existence, and it is Existence Premium version 4.0, and it is really cool. Now this is 4.0, and I personally have used 3.5 as my daily driver for over a week, and yes, I did find a reason to move away from that, which I will be talking about in the last stages of this review. But 4.0 is proving to be a very good companion as for now, so I really like that one, so it's pretty cool. Now the build number is 234A1232, which is the latest version available for the Z3, so you are covered in terms of security updates, and all the stage fright stuff and all that is covered in this, so it's really cool. And in the extra settings, now the model number is D6603. Now for those who are using the 4G bands of 6653, you might have to flash a zip file which is available in the forum post, so you probably have to go and find that yourself. You can actually flash that and get the 4G bands working. I personally haven't tried this because I don't have the 4G bands available from where I am, so I really don't have the resources to try that. But hey, if you guys have tried it, if you guys want to try it, please do, and please let me know so that I can know if that is really working or not. So yeah, rest of everything is pretty cool. I mean, it is Existence ROM, and it does have a lot of cool, awesome settings. Now that is the thing about this ROM. Most of us use a stock ROM. Well, most of us having a locked boot will have to use a stock ROM, but we are tempted by a lot of settings which is offered on a AOSP based ROM like CyanogenMod, AICP, BlissPop, and all that. They have a lot, and I mean a lot of settings. So this ROM is very awesome because it actually tries to get those features onto the stock ROM, and it does so perfectly. So that is really cool. Everything about the ROM is box stock, so even battery life you can expect really stock battery life. At the end of the day, I personally have about 20% left on a stock. I mean real stock ROM. On this ROM I have about 10% left, so you may have to experiment with whatever you have, and that is the differences which you have. So yeah. In the extra settings, now let's go to the extra settings, which is called Existence, which is also available on this page called this is it. So you can also enable that from there. So yeah, Existence. In the Existence menu you have extremely vivid, varied kinds of settings, even LED control, navigation bar, all of that is available here. So in the status bar option, first of all, show Sony status bar. With the asterisk, you need a system reboot to have access to those. You can see it is actually right now showing the AOSP style battery bar. You can actually have it changed to the Sony battery icon if you want that. Also the battery status can be changed, icon portrait, icon landscape, a lot of stuff can be done here. This is what I was talking about, that it is bringing a lot of stuff which is available on the AOSP side of things to a stock ROM, and that is something which is really cool. Mobile and Wi-Fi options, you can actually change the colors of it, notification system settings, notification ticker, show notification count, colorize the notification icons. All of that can be changed, even colors for it, so it can be changed. I'm really sorry about the colors in this video right now because I am using my potato of a camera on my old Z3, on my old S3, and yeah, that is not really a color perfect camera at all, so yeah, I'm not really sure about that. In the clock on date setting, you can actually have a font setting. You can have condensed, which is my favorite one. Use second clock, you can also have that. Alignment to center or even left with AM PM indicator, which I personally love this setting because this gives you a very centralized look, so that's really nice. It is available here. It does also have a battery bar option, and you can customize that in any way you want. You can also double tap the status bar to go to have your device sleep, so that is available. Restart system UI by clicking this button so that you can actually see the battery icon changes. So yeah. In the notification panel, you have quick toggles. Now in the quick toggles, you can even select a 4 or 5 rows, which is I would suggest if you are going to fill up everything here, so you can actually have that. Enlarge the first 2 rows. You can also disable that so that the first 2 rows will be not enlarged, and it will be all in a very uniform way, so you can also have that. Vibrate on touch, detailed Wi-Fi view, advanced location settings, auto close panel, all of that is available. Now I want to show you guys what all are available in the quick setting panel. Now these are extra settings. Okay, it does have compass, it does have system status, flashlight, roaming, NFC. All of these are box stock. Extra settings are expand, reboot, system timeout, heads up display enable, DOS mode, which is really cool. It does have active display enable. You can actually use that in this ROM. Screenshot, volume, and audio effects is all enabled in this ROM, so you have you have a lot of options to play around with, so that is something really cool. In the status bar header, you can actually have a custom header image, so which is this one. Pretty nice. It is a really cool one, so you can have modern, poly, whatever it is. So yeah, you can have a lot of stuff here, so you can have a lot of stuff. Show weather here, so the weather will be indicated here, and for all that, color settings, clock widget, custom color switch, all of that can be customized from here, so it does have a lot of stuff. Quick polling modes, disabled on lock screen, quick pull down, smart pull down, all can be enabled. Carrier text and task manager. Now task manager is something which I really like. This is the task manager button. Right now it has nothing enabled, but once you get stuff on there, like this one, I don't know, I mean, okay, this one, and okay, let's for reason now this one. Now it is showing 3 tasks. You can actually delete the task, and this will force close the task. That is a very good shortcut to actually force close the task which is running, so that you can go on with your life and use the stuff, because many a times a download will be going on and you have to go to the settings menu, application, select the application, then force close. This will save a lot of time when you are force closing these applications, so that is really cool. Recent menu. Now it does have slim recent, which is a smaller version of the recent menu. You have to restart the AAP, system UI settings, so that to actually see that, but it is available and it has a lot of functions here too. In the small apps, you can also enable the for small apps, disable close all button, long press recents to go to last task. If you can, for long pressing this one will go to the last task, like this one, which is pretty awesome, and you can multitask in that way. So yeah, pretty nice. LED control. In the LED control, you can enable, disable everything, and you can enable priority, disable no interruptions, colors. You can select the colors in here. Battery LED, battery charging LED, you can enable that, disable that, show colors for that, pulse on off time, all of that can be customized from here. And it can also accommodate extra settings, so it does have a lot of stuff. Now the ROM's tagline is not to use the exposed modules for these stuff, and I have to give it to the ROM. It does do a lot of these stuff really natively, and it does have a lot of functions like that. Navigation bar. Now this is something which I personally have a lot to ask from, because with a phone like this, you are going to use these nav bar a lot, and stuff like this one, Navigation bar sweep to sleep is a lifesaver. I mean, at least a phone saver in these ages of these fickle buttons, which will wear out eventually. And swipe to sleep is a very nice feature. It also has a long press reason to go, which we have seen there. It does have things like cursor control, which is really cool. Which you can actually use to move the cursor here and there. The icons will appear between these buttons, and it is a very useful feature. It does work out. Soft key mode, which is really cool. After 4 seconds this will go into dot mode, so it is also cool. As you can just see, so it is really cool. In the power menu, you can have advanced reboot, which will give you options here. In the restart button, you do have advanced reboot options. You can also select what all stuff you want on the power menu, so really nice. Volume rocker options. Now in the volume rocker option, you have volume wake, volume panel adjust sound, which is well, obvious, right? You can also have volume rocker cursor control, which is an alternative to the on-screen buttons. You can also have volume music control. By long pressing the music buttons, you can actually change the track which is going on in here, so pretty nice. Display and animation. Now this is in EOKP feature. It does have a lot of animation. You can enable, disable. You can change the speeds of animation, IMA animations from left, right, wherever it is. You can actually change that. You can have a lot of stuff. Toast icon, something which I really appreciate. Toast icon is a little icon alongside the toast, indicating from which app the toast was generated from, so that's really cool. Allow upside down rotation, which if you have weird stuff to do, so you can actually have that. Now the lock screen mode. Now lock screen option does have a lot to give you. Now for example, double tap anywhere to sleep. In the lock screen, if you just want to see the time and you want to sleep the phone, just double tap and it will go back to sleep. Long press lock icon to sleep. I would have liked this one to be long press lock icon to enable torch rather than this one, but hey, I am probably happy with whatever is given to me. Now douse mode. Douse mode is in conjunction with the active display option, so it will pulse and give you a lot of option. Now in the douse mode, if you have a notification and you were not attending your phone, you have kept it on a table, when you pick up the device, it will give you a vibration and it will show in the active display the notification which you received. So that is really cool. Be wary that this does get quite a lot of getting used to, because I've had problems with it when it will just wake up randomly in my pocket and pocket dial someone. So be wary of it. If it works for you, fine. If it does not, I mean, okay, it's not a big deal. So yeah, it also has quick unlock, which I personally love. It is something which should be available in any ROM. So yeah. Auto start. Now in the auto start option, you can actually enable or disable what all options will boot with the device. Something like if you're using something like Microsoft Office for your phone, you can actually enable that to boot on your device when the phone loads, so that it will cut off the loading times whenever you are going to use a ROM. So yeah, it's cool. App ops gives you permission controls for all of the apps. Like camera, you can actually enable, disable the options, the permissions which you can access, so that is really cool. I personally like the Android Marshmallows implementation of the app having to ask for the permission every time it wants an access to. So Super SU. Now Super SU is basic option. It does come with Super SU. That is no surprise to anyone. It does give you a lot of options in there. So yeah, so that is it in the existence settings, which is the most awesome thing about this ROM, and I cannot give this ROM enough credit for including something like this. I mean, as a stock user and as a locked bootloader stock user, this settings will give you a lot of options, and it does give you a feel of a custom ROM on your device, and it is really cool. So yeah. Now this does come with GApps, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. It does come with all the Xperia apps like LifeLog, PS Video, Weather Video, etc. This stuff comes with it, and if you have a rooted device, you can just close it, so it doesn't really matter. So let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty awesome, which is, well, it is basic Xperia boot animation, so I'm not going to get too much worked out about that. Here is the boot animation, which is well, normal boot animation, just with the Existence logo in the front. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So guys, let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score, which is okay. This is a stock based ROM with a lot of stuff in it, so it's basically going to perform the same way, but just for your entertainment I'm going to show you guys how it does. So yeah. So guys, there you have it. That is the score which I received this time, which is probably the lowest I've received ever on a Z3. That is probably because the phone is right now, it's almost 70-75 degrees because it is really hot. I'm really in a very hot room, and it is actually thermal throttling a little bit. Normally the score is probably like a 44,000, something like that, so it's nothing to be concerned about. This is not a performance hog ROM at all, so just clearing the air because of the score here. So yeah. So guys, in the conclusion, I would like to tell you guys that it is a very feature rich ROM, and that is given. That is the basic motto of this ROM. It gives you a lot for in a stock package. That is really important. This is a lock bootloader stock ROM with a lot, and I mean a lot of options. So that is really mind-blowing that it is still available on the stock ROM. So I still can't process it all. So yeah. So I guess that much is said about the ROM. I've already told you guys about the battery life, which is almost stock. I mean, yes, a little less than stock, but still you probably are not going to notice any difference in these. If you have everything enabled and you're using exposed, yeah, you are going to get less battery life from any stock ROM. So yeah, hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.